In the hallowed halls of ancient history, a legend was born around 406 AD, an enigmatic force named Attila, destined to carve his name into the tapestry of time. His origins remain a veiled mystery, adding an aura of intrigue to his tale. Yet the glimpses we have point to a youth immersed in the warrior culture of the Huns. The Huns, a nomadic tribe that evolved into a formidable force in Europe, had complex and ambiguous ethnic origins. The Xiongnu theory hints at an Eastern Asiatic heritage, tracing their roots back to the Xiongnu Confederation in Mongolia and northern China. As these nomads journeyed westward, their ranks became a mosaic of different tribes and peoples, merging various cultures and ethnicities. This amalgamation of diversity cast a shroud of uncertainty over their precise appearance and characteristics. It is believed, however, that Attila and the elite members of Hunnic society retained echoes of their Eastern Asiatic lineage, a testament to their ancestral roots. The Huns, a name often uttered in historical contexts with a tinge of fear, were perceived as barbaric due to their ruthless military campaigns and the terror they sowed among their enemies. Yet, this perception was not solely sculpted on the battlefields. It was molded by contemporary accounts that emphasized their seeming ferocity. Ammianus Marcellinus, a Roman historian of great influence, described the Huns with an undertone of otherness. He portrayed their facial features as savage, their language as guttural, and their lifestyle as uncivilized. Even their choice of attire, often crafted from animal skins, and the peculiar practice of binding their children's heads to achieve a distinctive elongated skull shape, were viewed as symbols of their savagery. But beneath this veneer of perceived brutality lay a mastery of horsemanship and mounted archery that set the Huns apart. Their tactics, such as tying objects to their horses' tails to conjure dust storms, created an illusion of a formidable army, a signature aspect of their psychological warfare. Attila, during this era, showcased not only military strategy but also the art of manipulation, deftly maneuvering both halves of the Roman Empire. In the shadows, intrigue wove its tendrils into Attila's reign, notably in his complex relationship with his brother and co-ruler, Bleda. Their partnership, while ruling together, was not devoid of tension. Then, in 445 AD, a mysterious death altered the course of history. Bleda's demise paved the way for Attila to ascend as the sole ruler of the Huns. Speculations arose of Attila's possible involvement in his brother's death, revealing the ruthless underbelly of his leadership. As sole ruler, Attila's ambitions surged, fixating on the rich lands of the Western Roman Empire. The stage was set for a series of campaigns that would challenge Rome's might and steer the destiny of Europe. His incursion into the Balkans in 447 AD was not merely a military foray. It was a strategic move that flaunted his audacious ambition. The devastation left in his wake was immense cities reduced to rubble, the countryside scarred. But it wasn't mere destruction. It was a leader with a vision, a leader directing the course of history with each move. Once again, the Eastern Roman Empire found itself at the mercy of negotiations, leading to a second treaty in 447 AD, highlighting Attila's escalating demands. Tribute increased, and the return of prisoners was mandated, showcasing his prowess in bending even the mighty Roman Empire to his will. The Huns were not just conquerors, they were a force commanding both respect and fear. Yet, Attila's eyes were already fixated on the prize to the west, the weakened Western Roman Empire. Succumbing to internal strife and external pressures, the allure of conquest beckoned, promising a grand clash that would echo through the annals of time, forever etching Attila's name into the pages of history. In the depths of history, around the year 406 AD, a force of nature emerged, a man whose very name would invoke fear across the lands: Attila, the Scourge of God. This is no mere tale of raids, it's the prelude to a grand symphony of conquest and power. Attila's relentless gaze now turned towards Gaul, a land adorned with the promise of wealth and glory. His ambition knew no bounds. In preparation for the impending invasion of Gaul, Attila engaged in a masterful diplomatic ballet. He formed alliances with a variety of Germanic tribes, not merely due to shared interests, but due to his uncanny understanding of tribal politics. Attila played these tribes against one another, weaving a complex web of loyalties by offering incentives and the allure of plunder. This artful navigation of tribal dynamics was a hallmark of his leadership, showcasing his strategic genius. Fast forward to the fateful year of 451 AD, where the great clash awaited. Attila's forces, a formidable amalgamation of Huns and allied Germanic tribes, surged into Gaul. On the opposing front stood Flavius Aetius, a Roman general often hailed as the last of the Romans. Aetius orchestrated a coalition, uniting Roman forces with Visigothic and other barbarian allies. The stage was set for the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, a duel of titans, a crucible where strategies were tested and wills were forged. Attila, known for his ferocity and aggression, faced an adversary who understood his tactics. Aetius, a seasoned and astute general, ensured the battle was nothing short of brutal, both sides enduring heavy losses, though not a decisive defeat. This clash marked a significant setback for Attila, an unusual moment where the Scourge of God found himself thwarted. It was a turning point, not just in Attila's campaign, but in the broader annals of European history. As the winds of fate shifted, Attila pivoted his sights towards Italy, a land ripe with rich cities and a storied past. The year was 452 AD, a time when Attila's invasion showcased his signature blend of military brilliance and psychological warfare. Cities like Aquileia crumbled after enduring prolonged and brutal sieges, leaving a grim testament to the terror Attila's forces could unleash. The destruction of Aquileia became an ominous symbol of the Hunnic conquests, an epitome of their merciless rampage. Amidst the relentless march of Attila's forces, a fascinating episode unfolded: a bold demand to marry Honoria, sister of the Western Roman Emperor Valentinian III. This audacious proposal, coupled with the claim to half of the Western Roman Empire as a dowry, was both a political maneuver and a symbolic challenge to the might of Rome. Rome, once an invincible citadel, now faced the looming threat of the Huns. In a remarkable turn of events, Pope Leo I chose to confront Attila himself. Their enigmatic encounter has been cloaked in legend, with some attributing Attila's withdrawal to a divine vision while others cite practical concerns like disease and logistics. Regardless, Pope Leo I's intervention marked a pivotal moment, altering the course of events. Yet, Attila's tale doesn't conclude with this withdrawal. His influence continued to reverberate across the European landscape, and his empire was far from forgotten. The enigma of Attila's death in 453 AD, on the very night of his wedding to a young bride, remains an unresolved mystery, leaving historians and storytellers grappling for answers. In the aftermath of Attila's demise, his empire faced an internal tempest. His sons, lacking their father's prowess and leadership, struggled amidst power struggles and conflicts. The Battle of Nidao in 454 AD delivered the final blow, shattering the once mighty Hunnic Empire into fragments, each piece a testament to the empire that had once struck terror into the hearts of Europe. The legend of Attila, the Scourge of God, endures, etched in the annals of history as a saga of conquest, terror, and enigma, a tale that continues to captivate and intrigue, its echoes resonating through time, reminding us of a leader whose name sent shivers down spines and whose legacy lives on in the fabric of history.